So the previous video was accidentally stopped. So let's continue with the core information, the essence. What I want to share is that how this Bogdola stole my information. And the thing is, in this green book that I've shown him psychically before the phone call with my spirit power, my secret technology, some of this information became integrated into his mind, accidentally. I was trying to boast in a way, and his spirit, never mind. Just inside the book is drawn down a spaceship. About, I don't remember correctly, it is either 1/100th or 1/1,000,000th in the series of the expansion of spaceship, the size of physical spaceships. Or it could be physical space, I don't know. So, the spaceship got into his head and he stole huge amount of information from me. So this spaceship is drawn down in my book. Just to give you an example, the zero spaceship, or either the zero or the first, because I gave two denunciations. Because the first spaceship, in time, the first spaceship, the one is called the universe-sized spaceship, slightly bigger, grey in color with black dots on it. I called it sometimes the zeroth, but they didn't like it because it gets the energy a little faint. It could be called 0.1 or 0.5, but I couldn't find the right name, so I sometimes called it zero. So the 100th or the 1,000,000th spaceship is based on the list where the zeroth is actually called 1, I believe. So to continue to tell you, the zero spaceship size is universe size, slightly bigger, grey in color with black dots on it. The next one, let's just call it the first spaceship, because the first one, the first one, or the other list first one, is a little faint. It contains, in one sense, I dealt with it too much. I was investing into it too much. I was being trained. On the other hand, it was arrived upon through a hand that was called Taita Kerubin, a Colombian shaman, 108 years old. I followed his hand in awareness to see. I asked him, what is the biggest spaceship in existence? And I followed his hand. He said, why? Maybe it's not good to know it because people could steal, rob it. But I said, no way, no problem. I'm gonna have a look. No way they'll rob me. So this is the zero spaceship, the grey color, little bigger than the universe and black dots on it, as I first seen it. And this is the reason I didn't call it number 1, because it could be part of a different idea, both physical spaceships actually. So next one is one, I forgot exactly the color, but I remember the image as I was exploring. The next one is 1,000,000 times bigger than the previous one, which could be called the first spaceship. Contains huge amounts of wealth and information, technology-wise. So to go on, next one is 100 billion times the previous spaceship, the 1,000,000 times that previous. And go on with this. The next one is 10 centillion times the previous one, the previous spaceship. So the growth is beyond proportion, if I'll call it. The speed of growing is huge. So the thing is, the next one is some Brunelian times the previous one. Some ET denunciation, name of number, some one Brunelian maybe. So the 100th, either the 100th or the 1 millionth on the list, I don't know which one, but not on the list where the first one is called 0, but on the list where the first one is called 1. The 100th or the 1 millionth never mind, I don't know which one at the moment. At that moment, I tell you the reason I was getting this spaceship, because I had some difficulties with the small spaceship that was the biggest in existence, slightly bigger than the universe with black dots on it. So I gone to ask for help, so I visited a huge spaceship, 100th on the list. Its shape, let me tell you. Its shape, I know immediately that is one CIA spaceship. It is one circle with white things on the four sides. And the spaceship is some CIA robbed spaceship, I believe it could be. But at that moment I got the info that this is some CIA spaceship. And the problem is, this Bogler robbed this spaceship also, part of the book, without knowing what it is. And it's huge. Let me show you. So this is the spaceship. This one is a spaceship. It's either white or white. It's in the center could also be white. And I've written here that since I forgot at that moment, it's either the 100th in size or the 1 millionth in size. And I wrote down Inanna don't rob, because I felt at that moment that Inanna was stealing from me. And this spaceship is huge, so high that beyond imagination. If I begin to download technology from it, it would be huge. It would be like beyond anything previously mentioned. So you could imagine the growth in size is proportional, like, yes, and the size of the spaceship is beyond understanding. I believe it could be 100th spaceship. I believe. But on the first list, or on the first list, in a way that as I began to list the spaceships, I used 1 on this universe-sized spaceship, slightly bigger, grey colored with black dots on it. The problem is, I reached to this spaceship through some old guy in awareness, and I asked him what is the biggest spaceship ever that exists, and he pointed to this spaceship. It contained partly his awareness, so I didn't like it. This is why I put it later to the idea of zero spaceship, because this one is the first spaceship that I began investigating with. I began channeling information and exchanging technologies with. But before that, I accidentally called this one the first, many times. And the second one, I called the second, which is 1,000,000 times bigger than this universe-sized spaceship. And as I go on to the third one, on the first list, the Annunciation, so this CIA spaceship could be 99th in the sequence because of this. So this should be taken back, because this Bogdala might have thought that the spaceship is part of the book. The problem is I'm so huge, because all this is my physical wealth. This contains physical ET. Huge amount. I don't know. So the way it has been stolen, I don't know as surely. Why it's CIA? It could be that with the CIA rank, I was expanding in physical space, and as I reached it, the locals. Never mind. As I've reached it, it could be that the CIA was kind of overseeing or trying to steal, and got this spaceship. Or alternatively, it could be that the locals were doing something with us. Or whatever. So this Bogla could have stolen from me this spaceship, which is huge. I didn't even examine what the spaceship contains. I only examined based on the first list. Let's just make a fix. The first spaceship is, the first list is 1, 2, 3. The second list is 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. And this is the same. This is the universe-sized spaceship, slightly bigger, grey color. This is the universe-sized spaceship, slightly bigger, grey color. I've used this, let's just say that the mixing caused a bit of difficulty to say, because the number has an importance. And I was asking which spaceship is that could kill, that is needed. And that's why I said that 100 or 1 million. And it was this white color with light, all light. And this is also, this could be black or blue and white. White, actually. This could be white, white, white. Never mind. The way I said it before is more accurate. White, 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 white. Or white. So this spaceship contains secret information. CIA owned, in a sense. So between the first spaceship that I so far speaking about and this 100 spaceship, or on the other list 99 spaceship, is 99 spaceships. '98 actually. 98 other spaceships. And the second one that I know that was used to destroy China and many other countries is the second on the list. Based on my first number of denunciations, it grows like with a huge speed. But let's say proportionally, the growth. Improportionally, but the spaceship was stolen together with the things in the book. Let me tell you another thing. Let me tell you let's just find out which series of denunciations is better. Starting with 1 or starting with 0. There's all physical things. It shouldn't be stolen because it's a court case. It leads to a court case. Let me correct another thing, because previously I was boasting with how I killed many countries' whole citizens or the government. My intent at the beginning was to kill on the map everyone who resides in it, or every citizen of the country that resides in it, as I used the map when I killed it. But later I realized that the ET is very intelligent. that he knew that the government was at fault, or government contained the enemy, and was killing the government, or the secret government, or both actually. The problem is, previous time as I shown you, the technology I used to kill Colombia, accidentally it contained the technology I've killed China. And the problem is, you shouldn't see it. This technology is specialized to killing Chinese. So, what if some ET seen it and just randomly playing with it and use it, and it could only kill China? So it's a problem. And I should also tell you that the reason I'm making this recording is to show you how powerful I am. When I used the technology, I realized, just tell you again, there were in this species, on this first size or second spaceship, first in size or second in size, based on the different list, let me so the species used, I've channeled 2 lines of killing technology. The first one I used to kill many countries. The second one I used to kill especially Colombia, the whole country, because I have enemies inside in Colombia, and this way I've just killed all, and including those that I have, those that are my enemies, and also as a threat to them, so that the country being unlivable. So the first line